periodic table. Why am I teaching you about the periodic table, right? So you will definitely learn about it in 6th grade. In 5th grade, they kind of intertwine it, but I wanted to give you guys a head start on learning about it for next year and kind of broaden your horizon so that when they start asking questions next year, you guys are like, boom, I got the answer. And they're like, where are you from? And you're like, Lake Lucina. So that's why we're going over it, and I'm helping you learn about it. Periodic table is, you could literally teach about it for a month. It is so big. But what is the main idea about it? So when we're looking at a periodic table, right? Oh, wait, I need a screen share, else you guys can't see anything. All right. So here we go. When you're looking at a periodic table, right? So you see all of these different colors, you see a bunch of letters, you have numbers, you have words down here, and then you have another set of numbers. So really digging deep into that. And I love when somebody asks me, well, what does this mean? And I said, go find out and you let me know. The coolest thing about this, guys, is you have, once again, all the information at your fingertips. Learning from the computer, you can click, you can Google, you can search, you can, I mean, the knowledge on here is beyond anything that I've ever even had in my life. When I was in 5th grade, we've talked about this, there was no Google, there was no Siri, there wasn't any of this information that's being pertained right now. Oh, Chloe, you go, girl. Yes, but where was I now? I got all sidetracked because I got a little flustered and, happy about my little comment. Okay, but anyways, so the atomic number, these are, when you're looking at these top corners over here, the atomic number is like the order in which they were found. A lot of these elements are actually founded by certain scientists, and that's how they got their name. We'll look at a couple of those as well. Digging a little bit deeper, these symbols, basically they're like the abbreviations for a state. Like we are FL. Instead of putting Florida all the way across, we're known as FL. So instead of putting boron, it's only known as B. You should notice that none of these have the same initials or same letters whatsoever. They might both start with H, but just like this, it's HE for helium and HF down here. So they are different. I also like that somebody told me, oh, well, I realized that hydrogen is, or oxygen is 2 parts hydrogen and 1 part oxygen. So oxygen is not a complete element, right? Now it has oxygen. I can't even see it over here, but it's made up of 2 parts. Okay, so you have hydrogen, and then you have that oxygen, H2O, water is being made. Oxygen, I'm so sorry, is a element. When we're talking about water, you have 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. So you're not going to find a W on the periodic table because it's made up of 2 elements. Does that make sense? It's not just one whole element. It's made up of 2 parts. So these are the basic knit and granny. These are the basic almost elements of life or things of life or what the world is made out of. Down here is the atomic mass. So if you think about it, like how much mass does that atom have? Atoms are the smallest thing that make up actually everything. Everything is made up of atoms. So let's, good morning, Sophia. Let's jump on and look at this little video real quick. I'll share with you all. It's just a fun little video.
Come take a journey through the periodic table with me. I have a grand fascination about chemistry. An atom was the smallest particle of an element you see, and it retains all of that element's properties. Atoms are the building blocks to all things in the universe. They even make up you and me. On to the next verse. What makes up an atom? Smaller particles you see. We'll start with the center, called the nucleus in me. The nucleus is made up of things called neutrons and protons. Together are the dead center of an...
Interesting. Look at this real quick. So you have neutrons and protons. So what are we missing here? Does anybody remember when we talked about, let's say, a magnet or the poles of the Earth? We have neutron and proton. So we have a neutral and a positive. So what are we missing?
A negative.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, a negative. So think about this. And remember, that's how static electricity is made. Whenever our bodies retain to that negative charge is when you have that static electricity. So it's crazy to think about that everything is made up of these neutral and positive atoms. There are no negative atoms actually coming into a nucleus, or thinking about it, nothing is made up of negative atoms, right? So where do we get these negative atoms from? All over the place. Weather has it, lightning has it, different light has it. So it's crazy to think about all these different ideas. I love it. So good job.
Atom in this song. Neutrons are known for having a neutral electric charge, and the protons, which is said to be positively charged. The number of protons in an atom does determine an element's physical property. This lesson is large. No two atoms have the same amount of protons in number. That is what makes one element so different from another. The atomic number is the amount of protons in an atom. That concludes this lesson on the nucleus, if you can fathom. Onto electrons, they are negatively charged and revolve around the nucleus like planets around our star.
So once again, here we go. Now we're talking about the negative. There's nothing actually in the nucleus, nothing that's actually being made up, but they surround us everywhere.
Electrons and protons attract one another. That's why in most atoms you can find both particles in equal numbers. Take a journey through the periodic table with me. I have a grand fascination about chemistry. Looking at the periodic table, what do you see? A host of elements that make up everything in the galaxy. Read the periodic table from left to right. Each of the 7 horizontal rows are called periods in sight. The 18 vertical columns are called groups on the table. Chemists made it this way and gave each one a cool label. All the colored groups you see are different element families that have the same number of valence electrons, if you please. Look closely at an element and here's what will be. First you see the symbol above the element's name. It is key. The atomic number is the next thing we will look at, which is the amount of protons in the nucleus. How about that?
So the protons in the nucleus. So if you retract, I said that the way that they were found. So maybe it wasn't the way that they were found. This is the way that I was actually taught. So looking back at this, it's crazy to see the misconceptions, even as an adult, what is happening. So they just said that this is the amount of protons in the nucleus. So that's what we were talking about. So you have way more neutral than you do protons, and there's obviously no electrons. Interesting.
Then the atomic mass is the number of protons added to the number of neutrons within a nucleus. Learned in this song. Take a journey through the periodic table with me. I have a grand fascination about chemistry. There are 10 different groups of elements that I will teach you. I will list them off and hope that they will stick to you like glue. The first group are the element metals. We'll start with alkaline earth, and lanthanoids. I hope you follow. Then there's actinoids, transitions, and post-transitions. There are 6 groups of metals, and to learn them is our mission.
Can you believe there's 6 different groups of metal? So thinking about your steel, like aluminum, I can't name very many, right? Iron, cobalt, nickel. I mean, unless I look at these, but thinking about all these different types of metals and where are they all found? You know, like look at this one down here, UUT, unithium. Like, have you ever heard of that before? But it's out there and it has been found. So that's what's really cool.
The next group are metalloids. It's a group on its own. The last group I'll tell you about are nonmetals, 3 are shown. Nonmetal is the first, and the second are halogens. Then the noble gases concludes the 3 groups we're in. Now you know the basics of the periodic table. In the future, I will touch upon each element when I am able. So,
oh, sorry guys. Let me rewind just a second. So it's really cool to think about, well, why are all these colors on here? A, it makes it look really pretty, but usually when you see a table or some type of chart, they're usually in black and white. Agree? So it's not eye appealing. It's not easy to read. The periodic table has so much information on it that they actually took it and made it into these colors. So it was easy to see and easy to group the actual elements that they have similar physical and chemical characteristics alike. So like we just said, the red is all together, the green, orange is all together, the yellow, the green, and also grouping downwards. So like this row here has something in common. So that's why they're spread out and it's not all equal. It's not just one big rectangle because of the way that they're grouped. Like helium would go down here with all of these, right? But then hydrogen and helium have something in common. So it's cool to think about, well, how are they alike? How are they different?
element when I am able. So stay tuned to this channel just as much as you can, and I will teach you all the elements so you can understand. Take a journey through the periodic table with me. I have a grand fascination about chemistry. Come take a journey through the periodic table with me. I have a grand fascination about chemistry. Thanks for watching Kids Learning Tube.
Okay, so this is it's really just periodic table song. It's really catchy. Okay, so this is what I was talking about earlier. Does anybody have any questions about that song or anything at all before I go on? All right. Hey, Leah, it's okay if you're late. No worries. Okay. So this is harder to see when I made it bigger. Let me see if I can go back. Okay. So elements in the same row, this is what I was just talking about, are in the same period. This means that they have similar physical properties, such as how well they bend or how they conduct electricity. So remembering that most of our periodic table is metals. So how do they conduct electricity? How do they bend? Are they strong? Are they weak? And so forth. Then our rows, so going downwards, this means that they react with other elements in the same way. So if I take baking soda and vinegar, the #1 experiment worldwide, right? And I mix baking soda and vinegar, you're going to see a explosion, right? You're going to see some type of chemical reaction going on. So when you're talking about your rows and I say, okay, row 13, if I react it with similar elements, you're going to see similar reactions. That's all that's saying. So think about how long this periodic table actually took to make, right? And it was made up, I have to look up the scientist's name. I always forget his name, but I will look it up for us. Oh, let me get rid of these. I have a fancy little, okay. All right, so here's what we talked about earlier too. Just another little brief breakdown of the colors for you guys. I wanted you to see, but now you guys know why it's broken down into colors and their numbers. So real quickly, we'll go ahead and play this little game I found. And basically what you'll do is we'll start this game and you have to tell me what element you think it is. So for example, if we're looking at boron, right? Boron is B, but then down here, bismuth is Bi. So just kind of take your best guess. I do not by any means expect you to remember the periodic table. If you remember the periodic table, you should be going on the TV show, like Little Big Shots, or I mean, something remarkable. Why is there 2 letters missing? Where in here? Oh, right here, Hunter. So those aren't actual 2 letters. Remember, if we look here, see, so basically it's taking this group and it's down here. So this group all of these right here, your lanthanide series actually belongs in this column, but they all belong in this row. So clearly they didn't fit there. And then down here, 89 through 103 is this whole astenide series. And it fits in this column and this row. Does that make sense? So you're not actually missing a number. Okay, cool. Great question. I ain't mad at you at all. Because see, look, here's number 57, here's number 56. And then it ends with 71 and it starts back up with 72. Good question. All right. Are you guys ready? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, real quick before we play a game. I was saying that you should be able to pull up your assignments, and under your assignments, it should definitely work now. I apologize. It worked on my computer, but these computers are just so finicky. You just never know what's going to work and what's not going to work. So bada boom, bada bing. There it is for you. Oh, it's still loading. So no, it's not there yet. Come on, meow. Let's go. Sophia, did you hear what I did there? It is still loading. There we go. Okay. And basically what you guys are doing is filling in as much as you can. So we obviously know what B means. So you would fill in its name, its number, and then its atomic mass. This, guys, this shouldn't take you longer than maybe 10 minutes at most. And although it didn't pull up, you never saw what? What didn't you see? This? Oh, I know. I'm sorry. I kind of went right over it. I didn't even. So thanks for pointing that out, Hunter. Here's a good example too. Chloe did, even though it wouldn't pull up for her, she went ahead and drew it. If you can draw it and attach it to your assignment, that's fine as well. But now it is actually editable, so you're able to write onto it. So I hope that helps. I apologize for not having it written, editable to begin with. Okay, here we go. All right, let's start game. And you have a timer. So which one do you think? I have my chat box up and I have it up on here. Which one do you think yttrium is? Yttrium. If you could take any guess, you could tell me the number or the letters. We have 1 minute and 43 seconds. We'll see who can get the most.
Number 73.
Let's see. Oh, not 73. Oh, wait, what? Okay, lanthanum. Huh. I'm going to help you guys. Which one do you think?
Number 3.
Okay, so we have 20 and number 3. If it's L-A-N, let's try the L. No. I don't like how it keeps moving.
39.
39. Oh, I see. Okay, so it's pulling it up there. Oh, we got that one. Woo woo. Magnesium. I know which one it is. You guys want me to help you? Mg. Oh, they have that yttrium again. Why does it have that one again? We already got that one. Get out of here. Beryllium. You probably have heard of this before.
Number 4 or 5? Number 4.
Let's try 4.
No, number 35.
35? Ooh, BR or 4? Ooh, which one? Which one? Ah, it was number 4. BE. Aluminum. Everybody should know this. What's aluminum? A. Yeah, where's the A? Oh, but it's not. Oh, you're now in the top 10. Look at us go. Ba, 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 ba. Should we try one more time now that we know what we're doing?
Yes.
All right. Here we go. And I'm going to take, here, I'll do it right now for you guys. And take this, and I'm going to put it right in our chat box. Good morning, Stephen. Good morning, Anthony. I'm going to, this is all recorded so you guys can go back and look at it. If you guys want to click on this link I just put in the what you call it, chat box. You guys can play it too and see like what your best score is. Okay, here we go. Got my chat box open. Boom, calcium. Where do you guys think? I know it. I know it.
CA.
Which one?
Number
17.
20.
17.
Number 20. It was 20. Ca. Barium.
B.
Just regular B.
Number 56.
5.
You guys are quick. Number 5 is boron. Let's try 56. Yes, good, Gabby. Let's go. Let's go. Barium. Didn't we just do that one?
Yes.
Okay. Radium. Ooh, I see a good one. Which one y'all think? Radium.
RA.
RA, this one? 88? Good. Oh, radium again. I got it. Actinum.
AC.
Good, Sophia.
AC.
Actinum. Which one? Sorry. AC? Where's that one?
89.
89. Ooh, let's try it. Nice. AG is gold, Hunter. Aluminum. We just did this one. Where's aluminum?
13.
Nice. Helium. You guys should know this.
1.
One of the first. Not one.
No, 2.
2. Yeah. Number 1 is hydrogen. Good. Lanthanum.
LA.
LA. Where do you see LA?
57.
57. Let's try it. Nice. You guys are getting so good at this. Magnesium. We did this one. Do you remember? Oh, 45. I think our first score was like 2. Just kidding. That's awesome. You guys did so well with that. But yeah, this is a really cool little website, and it could actually help you with your homework too if you're going through it. I mean, it's easy. It's easy to read. It makes it nice and big for you. Look at this word. Did you guys see that one? Where was it? Can anybody say that? That's crazy. Right? But it's a metal. All right, guys. That's all I got for you. If you were a little bit late, make sure you jump on to the recorded session. I will post it here. Any other questions? We will meet back on Friday morning at 9 a.m. And this is a really fun time with you guys. I really enjoyed it. Anything else before we go? All right.